So in this video we're going to discuss wiring, installation, and programming of the ventilating dehumidifier you see here. To start, we'll look at wiring. So we need to tie it into the low voltage side of the system. The first two wires, yellow and white, are for our cooling and heating to let the system know what's going on. The black wire, it's going to be GS terminal. That's going to go from your thermostat or from your zone board directly to that GS terminal. Then from there, the green signal, the fan signal, can be relayed back to the actual air handler or furnace on, in this case, the GH terminal or the green wire. And then our red and common are simply for power. Next, we have the ventilating damper. So for that, on this particular model, you have a built-in transformer. So it'll come with a wiring kit. That's simply one of the terminals. One of the wires goes into your one wire for the damper. The other one goes up to your first damper terminal, and your second damper terminal goes to your other wire on your damper. Next is our outdoor temperature sensor. This is really important for the system to function properly. We want that sensor outside. We found that the best place to do it is out at the condensing unit under the control panel to protect it from the sun. Those two wires go in there, and that runs out. On the board we can see the outdoor sensor going there underneath. And then finally we have our float switch. This unit is obviously producing water, and it should not be trapped. So something like an SS1 is perfect for this scenario. It can go straight out with no trap and still trip the system off if there's an issue with the drain line. Now moving on to programming. Our system is in the off mode. That's where you want it to be when we begin programming. We're going to touch the button once to wake up the screen, and then hold down the mode button for about 5 to 10 seconds. It'll go into programming mode. To skip through the different sections, so we don't need remote, so we'll just press mode once. It'll go to vent. So we want to enable venting with the up arrow. We'll hit mode again to go next. In this case it's timed. We'll go next. This one is set for 45 minutes. That's fine for our imaginary house that we're using. We'll go next. We do not need zones. That's if you're running multiple dehumidifiers, not if the house is zoned. And then finally, external is not going to be needed for this. We have an additional option for dehumidifier with AC enabled. We want to leave that enabled. And then there's an offset if you're having trouble with your sensor in the dehumidifier. So that is complete. Now if we want to go back in and make an additional change, again just hold down that mode button for that 5 to 10 seconds. And then in this case we want to skip through to our vent, and particularly timed. So we don't want it actually timed. There's a programmed mode. So by hitting the up arrow, we have auto B, auto C, and auto D. Those are for different regions. We want it for auto D in our region. And then we'll just continue skipping through those previous examples until we're done. To turn the dehumidifier back on, we'll hold down the on-off button for about 3 seconds, release that, and it'll begin operation.